Happy New Year everyone, 2022 is here, and please God let this be an improvement on the last few years. I think most people will be hoping for something different from this year. However, I suspect one person who will be hoping for a repeat of 2021 could be Lucinda Brand. Lucinda Brand has been the dominant rider in women's cyclo-cross throughout the whole calendar year, dominating all three major competitions in both 2020-21 and the 21-22 seasons. Brand also took both the European and World titles this year. To put it simply, Lucinda Brand is really bloody good. Let's find out why. Brand was born on the 2nd of July in 1989 in the Dutch city of Dordrecht, with a father who had a history of racing bikes at lower levels. This meant that together she and her brother got immersed into cycling at a fairly young age, though she never really showed that much ability, regularly getting dropped from the peloton in races. This in hindsight was largely down to her dislike for training rides, only riding the trainings at a local club and doing no individual work. A move from Dordrecht to the village of Oud-Beierland saw Brand forced to ride 30 kilometers just to get to her trainings. This in of itself functioned as a training, and suddenly Brand began to show real ability. Slowly she rose through the ranks and became a professional cyclist in 2009 for the Leontien.nl team. Brand started her professional career about as well as you possibly could, taking victory in her very first race, the Dolmans-Heuvelland Classic in 2009. Brand had ridden cyclocross as a youngster, but after turning pro on the road, she dropped the discipline, a career best performance being the 11th place at the 2009 Dutch Nationals. On the road, Brand kept her steady growth up, taking a bronze medal at the Under-23 European Road Championships in 2011 and slowly accumulating a solid palmarès. 2013 saw Brand become national champion on the road, now riding for Rabobank Live. She also took a silver medal at the World Team Time Trial Championships. In 2013, Brand started riding cross again, though admitting it was not a serious endeavour. It was largely a bit of fun she did on the side with teammate Anna van der Breggen. You might have heard of her. This not so serious endeavour, however, would see her finish in the top 10 at the Nationals 3 years running, finishing as high as 5th in 2015. Back on the road in 2014, Brand was part of surely the most stacked 6-rider team of all time. They were heading for gold in the team time trial at the 2014 Ponferrada World Championships. Unfortunately, the day would end in disaster. Annemiek van Vleuten overcooked one of the final corners, bringing down teammates Anna van der Breggen and Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, leaving just Brand standing as Vos had already dropped. Between these two team time trial title attempts, Brand had managed to win her first Women's Road World Cup race, taking victory at the Grand Prix Plouay. More success was just around the corner. Brand retook her Dutch national title in 2015, took another bronze medal at the team time trial discipline, and won 2 stages of the Giro Rosa, doing it in a Wout van Aert style, winning both a bunch sprint and a mountain stage. By 2016, Brand came 3rd in Gent-Wevelgem and won a stage and the overall of the Ladies Tour of Norway. For the first time in years, Brand chose not to travel to the World Championships. She would return to cyclo-cross in a semi-serious manner, a decision that would see her take silver at both the national and European championships, respectively behind Marianne Vos and Talita de Jong. In Belvaux at the Worlds, Brand would finish in an impressive 4th place. Lucinda also took her first elite cyclocross win this season, winning the Nacht van Woerden. 2017 saw Brand move to Team Sunweb, a move that saw her win a career 3rd Giro Rosa stage, finally take gold at the team time trial discipline, and taking a marquee victory at Omloop het Nieuwsblad. She would return back to the field for the 2017-18 season, again showing improvement, riding 13 crosses, culminating in victories at the Zilvermeerkross in Mol and the Waaslandkross in Sint-Niklaas, and becoming national champion in cyclocross for the first time. Brand also took another European silver and finished on a World Championship podium for the first time, taking 3rd in Valkenburg. Brand would keep on going at her consistent level throughout 2018, winning numerous TTTs on the road before taking a first big victory in the fields by winning the World Cup in Tabor. Brand would win 2 more World Cup crosses in Namur and Hoge Heide this year. She also defended her national title, won the DVV cross in Loenhout and took victory at the individual crosses in Bredene and Overijse. That cross in Overijse demonstrated the fact that while Brand had talent, she was still missing quite a lot of technique. She was very much still a road rider who raced cross. A silver medal at the Worlds, however, worked some way to changing that perspective. On the road, Brand became world champion in the mixed relay for the first time, in a team that also included the absolute legend that is Bauke Mollema. She then returned to cross again, winning 3 more World Cups in Namur, Zolder and Hoge Heide. She also took a second win in the DVV Trophy in the Urban Cross in Kortrijk and took the classificationless Jahrmarkt Cross. Brand would lose her national title, taking bronze, and then she took bronze at the Worlds as well. The next season saw her move to Trek Segafredo on the road and join Sven Nys's Baloise Trek Lions in cyclo-cross. After the 1920 season, Brand stated that she would now go full-time into cyclo-cross, using the road merely as preparation and set about improving her technical and tactical ability. This resulted in her 2020-2021 season being as dominant as any I can remember. She rode 28 crosses, finishing on the podium 26 times, including 12 wins. Those 12 wins included 3 World Cups, an XPO round and 5 rounds of the Super Prestige. This domination meant Brand would win all 3 major classifications, being only the second woman to achieve this after Sanne Kant in the 2015-16 season. In early 2021, Brand would finally achieve her biggest goal. She became world champion at cyclo-cross in Oostende. This world title has somehow seemed to have set her free. On the road, she had her best season in a few years, winning the Tour of Thuringia, the opening team time trial of the Giro, and being that same Giro's Queen of the Mountains. This season, Brand has again been dominant in the mud. After a somewhat slow start by her standards, Brand seems to be going full power now, and has so far taken 5 World Cups, 5 Super Prestiges, and won the X2O Trophy in Kortrijk. Brand also became European champion for the first time on the Vanberg. Brand has a catalogue of victories to choose from, but if you would ask her which one counts the most, I'm almost certain it'd be the World Championships in Oostende. Her cyclocross career has seen her amass 40 victories in 119 official races, including 14 World Cups, 10 Super Prestiges and 4 X2O rounds. She also has a European and 2 national titles to add to her rainbow bands. Brand has won the World Cup, the Super Prestige and the X2O Trophy once each, winning them all last season, and she's on course to defend all 3 titles so far this year, being certainly the best cyclocross rider in the world right now. Lucinda Brand is commonly described as a power rider, a mud devil. In her early years racing more seriously, she would semi-regularly get lambasted for her lack of technical ability, being very clearly a road rider, relying on her power output and large engine to counter her lack of skill. Overijse 2018 is a prime example. Lucinda crashed 3 times, chased back on every time, and still managed to win the cross. As Brand started taking cross more seriously, she has become more and more skillful. Nowadays, Brand can do it all, riding around with supreme confidence wherever she goes. She to me draws comparisons to Wout van Aert. Both possess immense technical ability, but their biggest strength will always be their frankly absurd power output. Brand is at her best in races that are either heavily muddy or incredibly fast. Here she can unleash her power and the rest simply cannot follow. Her career on the road has helped her develop an engine that others simply cannot touch. This big engine again means that Brand is also exceptionally strong on running sections. Courses like Dendermonde and Zolder fit her like a glove. Then again, at the moment, I don't think there's really a course on the calendar that doesn't suit her like a glove. In the modern day, Brand is a full-time crosser. It's her job even more so than the road now. She is definitely the world number 1 right now, and barring any incidents, you can expect to see her at every classification cross until the season's end in Brussels. That would be these races. Brand's main target, left of course, is, like everyone else's, the Worlds in Fayetteville. With a course that favours her abilities, and the fact that she already has a win there earlier this year, Brand will go in as the overwhelming favourite. Depending on the conditions, however, a win might not be quite as straightforward as you think. Nevertheless, Lucinda Brand is the finest rider in the women's peloton right now. She's doing the rainbow bands proud, and long may that continue.